This is Meridian Tonight with Andy Craig and Mai Davis.
A million people take to the roads to greet the Tour de France in Hampshire.
And it's carnival time across the county.
It was fantastic. It's the best day we've had in Overton since the Queen Mother's birthday.
A warning that village life is under threat across the region.
And how survivor Jack is recovering after being buried alive.
Hello and a very good evening. Welcome to Meridian Tonight. On the day the Tour de France arrived in Hampshire. After years of planning, it's estimated that 1 million people turned out to watch the 113-mile stage race through the county.
Some objected because roads were closed and whole areas cut off, but the tourist industry greeted the event as a huge boost for business. And in towns and villages along the route, the arrival of the world's greatest cycle race was an excuse for a carnival. Well, one of those places was Basingstoke, and Chris Morn is there now. Chris.
Well, Basingstoke is just one of the Hampshire towns which played host to Le Tour today. The cyclists may have left about 5 hours ago, but the French flavour of this mammoth sporting occasion continues. And the reason for that, well, the Tour coincides with Basingstoke's annual carnival. And so the floats behind me, preparing for this evening's procession, do reflect the day's main event. An event which drew thousands of people onto Basingstoke streets. And they were there to see the cavalcade which leads the Tour, and then of course the riders themselves. It was the first time the Tour had been seen on this side of the English Channel for 20 years. And days like this don't just happen. Hundreds of people were involved in a massive planning operation. From Winchester, Mike Pearce reports.
3 hours before any sign of the cyclists, and the first of thousands of spectators were already in Winchester searching for the best position. For police and council officials, it was an organisational nightmare. Many roads were closed for much of the day. Thousands of school children were given the day off, just some of the buildings made inaccessible by today's event. Banners and bunting decked the city. No opportunity to make money was missed, be it a barbecue or sales of highly priced novelty goods.
Are events like this a bit of a boost for people like yourself? Anywhere where there's a crowd, it attracts a crowd, yes.
You're there, are you?
Yeah.
I speak cash again? Oh, I don't think so really, but our business is next door and we have a busy restaurant anyway, sort of thing. It's mostly PR work.
But reaction from the people of Winchester was mixed.
I live in the bottom of the town. I live only from about 50 yards from where it's going to be taking place. I'm quite excited about it, actually.
They've spent an awful lot of money, and the money could have gone elsewhere.
It's a historical city, we should have it. Basically, it gives more highlight to what really Winchester's all about.
It's all new to us, obviously, but as far as I know, things have gelled together and people are so willing to help. As I say, it's going to be wonderful for the city, and it's got to be good.
For the Hampshire Emergency Services, it was the biggest event they've had to cope with for years. Members of the Red Cross took days off work to tend to those who fainted or suffered other medical problems. 1,100 police were involved on the ground, controlled from Hampshire Police Headquarters. State-of-the-art technology was brought in to monitor every move of the race.
For the first time, we're using data track, which is a system of tracking the vehicles out with the race. So the lead car with the race itself and the back car, and the lead car with the caravan itself and the back car, we are tracking on maps here, and it's been very, very helpful.
What benefit could that have for the emergency services like yourselves?
Well, at a glance at a map, we would be able to tell exactly where our units are without asking them. And of course, if it's that accurate, we can actually guide them into areas where they're not too sure of the local information.
While thousands enjoyed today's race, others were less enthusiastic. Steve Poulter runs a courier company in Basingstoke. Road closures meant he couldn't operate from his office. He was forced to run the business from home.
Bigger companies, they can sit back and say, oh, well, we can let our staff off for ages, or we can plug this amount and all this amount. But the smaller companies, we haven't got a real chance of doing it. You know, we will, in the long run, lose a lot of money out of it.
Do you think it could have been better if it was held on another day, weekend, something like that?
A weekend would have been brilliant. A weekend would have been absolutely perfect.
But despite the criticism, today was a spectacle most people in Hampshire did enjoy. with many hoping it won't be too long before the race comes to Britain again. Mike Pearce with Le Tour de France for Meridian Tonight.
So, a massive police operation. Well, let's ask Superintendent Ken Murray of Hampshire Police, did Operation Jersey work?
Yes, I think so, very much so. It's a fantastic day for everyone. A lot of people have put a lot of effort into it from a variety of services, and we've had a good day.
Any hiccups for you?
Not really, one or two. Some scaffolding in various places got a bit loose at the start of the race, but we tightened that up a bit. Otherwise, it's gone pretty well.
How extensive a challenge was it for the police?
Very difficult. A lot of officers, 1,000 officers, 1,000 marshals, right around the county, a lot of coordination, a year's planning. Pretty good effort at the end of the day, I'd say.
So the police won't be complaining if it doesn't come back in a hurry?
No, not really. Once is nice, twice is a bit difficult. But if it comes back, great, we'll have another go.
And you've got more work this evening. It's not over for you yet, is it?
That's right, we're here for the carnival. It kicks off at about 7 o'clock and it'll go on tonight till about 10 o'clock, midnight with the fair at the top. So yes, it's a long whole day of excitement.
Excellent. Thanks for taking the time to join us. Cheers. Superintendent Ken Murray, thank you. So all the planning proved a success, but how was the event received by the huge crowds who turned out onto the streets? Our reporter Nick Knowles, as usual, was in the thick of the action.
It was a day to wave a flag, take up your position early and practice your French.
Well, you'll know the first 6 through then, won't you? Comment ça va? You're not French, are you?
No, I'm not. Not a bit.
Where did you find the beret then? Is it yours?
It's my wife's, actually, yes.
Does he wear your clothes off?
Yeah,
That's an option, yes.
Why are you dressed as an octopus, or are you a real octopus?
The thousands in Winchester could see the tour coming on the big screen, and the cavalcade was like a high-speed carnival, all to welcome the oncoming riders.
Well, there goes the cyclists through Winchester. We're going to race the race all around our region. Let's see what else we can find. Anyone in particular?
Crystal.
Ah, do you know what number he is? That flag's not a French flag, is it?
No.
Union Jack.
Union Jack.
You're supposed to have a French flag out today.
Why?
It was a big pick, but it was really an experience that I wouldn't want to miss.
I think it's fantastic for a non-cycling country, just looking at all the people here.
I was taking a picture through the camera and got but like, you know, another 20 years and another 2 seconds of enjoyment.
Excuse me, that isn't regulation, is it? Tour de France, the greatest event to come through this particular village, rolls past and you stay in the pub garden.
Correct, yes.
So with the tour now beetling off down the A339 past Alton, back to Portsmouth, it's time to call it a day for us, I think, here in the village of Herriard, in the pub garden of the Fur and Feathers. Seems a reasonable place to stop. Nick Knowles with the tour for Meridian Tonight. I wonder if I can get a beer around here somewhere.